develop Terraform modules locally. What if we have to build our own modules locally? How to develop Terraform modules locally? And purpose of module is what? Reusability. The concept of object and classes, where you drive class from existing class. For example, if vehicle is a class, then car is derived class from a vehicle, because all vehicles have some unique characteristics. The wheels, the steering, the fuel type, the number of passengers, these are common characteristics of any vehicle. When we say car, then we come out with narrow down with some specific features which are only related to car, and then we talk about one particular brand, then we are further narrowing it down. So when we say generalization versus specialization, the module helps you to create that concept where you can create basic module and then you can derive more modules by adding features, your own features to that module. Extend that module by adding that feature. So common features will be applicable to all the resources created, but for new specific resource you can add your own features. So what is a module? How do we create module? Root module calling by VPC local module. This is what we will understand in these files. So modules is what the directory we should study. These are the files. Then the version specific variables, local values. These are values that will be root module calling the local VPC module. These files, module output readme variable, these files are VPC module, VPC endpoint module. So copy the template, we already have this file. Download public registry, we already have that. Create VPC local, I need to verify that though. Local file, I'll check the file name, the file that is used, the private key I'm talking about. So Terraform, if I'm using key, that should be the latest key. So this is the structure VPC, module VPC. It is created under modules AWS VPC directory. Here you will see AWS VPC directory. Inside VPC directory, you can see the modules, and these are the files: main, output, readme, variables, versions. And this is a version. Version is not mandatory. This is the source file, module file. Then execute Terraform command. It is straightforward actually. Init, verify the output, and it should show us this file, that .terraform module folder should be created. That will be the directory which will have your all the modules. Validate and apply. So let's talk about, this is a very interesting simple example, but then a comprehensive example for implementing module. Terraform manifests, and this is where we will see the modules. So ls-l, ls-al. So this is C1 version, generic variables, local values, VPC variables, module. This is the file which is important for us, and inside modules we'll see other files. So let's see first C4 hyphen 02, the modules. So this is the module directory. Inside modules we have AWS-VPC, and these are the common details about the module. The CIDR block will come from the variable file, public subnet, these are all coming from the variables. Database details, net gateway, DNS parameters. So these are the common features. In addition to these common features, basically modules help you in organizing your code in a better way. So in addition to these common work, we have additional variables. Let's look at these variables also. cat-n c1 version, this file is a version related file. cat-n c2, which is generic variables where the regions and other details are. Then cat-n c3, this is local values, and these are the local values for our business group and honors and business division. Then cat -n c4, this is c4 VPC. The module part I already discussed, so let's talk about VPC variables. So these are the additional variables required by the module: the CIDR block, the region, the zone, the details about the VPC name. These are all VPC details. So some values will come from the module, some values will come from here. And then cat -n c403, the output part, what output should be displayed. So show me the VPC ID which will come from module VPC. Show me the CIDR block which will come from module VPC. This is a complete example of module. So C4, C5, and then let's go to the module directory now. Modules. Inside modules we have one file, that is AWS VPC. AWS VPC. Inside this directory we have these examples: main, output, versions. So these are the main file required by our module inside this directory. So let's initialize and run this module part. Terraform init, Terraform plan, and Terraform apply. So this is a module example using Terraform modules, complete module from locally. Okay, that is done. Apply complete. Cool, that is already done. And this is the public IP address of the instance. Net gateway, instance creation, everything is created using this also. Let me just show you quickly the EC2 instance created using this VPC, and the instance created using subnet. VPC details are created, not instance, VPC. The VPC, because not other details are created, we talked about only the VPCs. That's why you are seeing two VPCs. And this one is just now created using Terraform. So let's destroy it. Terraform destroy. That's all for this session. Thank you very much.